listeners. Welcome to my channel of Nabi Jews Synagogue Incorporated. I am Nabi Meleki Mbuotidem Umoh Faithmann, the spiritual leader of Nabi Jews Synagogue and the presenter of this medium. I want to ask us to consider the purpose of creation. Is there a creator? Who made the world? Who made it to function? What was the purpose of creating this world? Is it the only world that is created? All these we shall consider in this program. So I encourage you to follow me and ask some questions, make some contributions so that we flow together in the study of the scripture, because it concerns everybody. When the Holy One, blessed is He, decided to create this world, He created it for a purpose. And when you wake up and look up, you will see stars and signs of other planets. Then you will know that the architect of all these things had a very good plan for it. And we also should know that we are responsible to this Creator. As He says, when He asks a question in the book of Job, chapter 38, verse 7. And let me read Job chapter. Has joyfully cried out together, and all the sons of God began shouting in applause. Into what have its sockets pedestal been sunk down? And who barricaded the sea with doors? This is a question that the Holy One, blessed be He, asked Job. And Job was unable to answer. And it has been revealed to the prophets what transpired when the Holy One created our world. That the sons of God, that is, when we say the sons of God, is the mighty one that is referred in Psalms chapter 29, that joined Adam to celebrate the first Sabbath on the 4th day of the month of Aviv, that is Nisan. That was the 7th day of creation, so that God presented two calendars from that time. The calendar of the sun and the calendar of the moon. The calendar of the sun terminates every week on the 7th day. take note. And that is why there is confusion at all times, and people need to change calendar. People need to alter calendar because they do not follow the Creator and what He designed in His world. The Creator did not want us to count the calendar more than 7 days with the sun. That is why He said, the seventh day, God ended His work and blessed the seventh day. And the following week starts with day 1. That is the first day of the week. Like tomorrow, the first day of the week will start and will terminate on the 7th day with the celebration of the Sabbath. And this is what Yeshua of Nazareth said, the Sabbath was made for man. Now, my listeners, do you know that the 7th day is a day of celebrating the creation? Every 7th day we turn from our labor and then celebrate the Creator, celebrate the giver, the one who gave us everything that we have. Everything that is used in this world is what was produced by the omniscient Creator in 6 days, and He celebrated the creation on the 7th day, and it stands as a statute. That is why He says, 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work, but the 7th day is a Shabbat unto you, thy Creator. In it thou shalt not labor, you and your whole family. Now, what is the next calendar? The next calendar is a calendar of the moon. That one runs for 29 days. Then a new moon will come, and that will determine the season of the year. When our lives are counted, we count it with the calendar of the moon. I am 30 years old, I am 50 years old, I am 100 years old. You use the moon to calculate it. Every 12 moon months is a year, and then the season turns again. Every 7th day is the termination of the calendar of the sun, and a new day, a new week starts. So this is what has to be, and we have to follow it. Otherwise, we are in chaos. If people want to change and do some other thing, they are in error. And so we are now sent to correct these errors. The error of people bringing other days up for worship. The Holy One did not set any other day for people to turn to Him in worship and celebration. It was only on the 7th-day Sabbath. And so, if we do that, we are in consonant with Him and His law. That is why the Sabbath law is enjoined, is entrenched in the 10 Commandments. And out of these 10 Commandments, no one is abrogated. People try to abrogate the number 4, which says, remember. It does not say keep. It does not say thou shalt not. It says remember what has been established from creation with Adam. Adam celebrated the Shabbat on the 4th of Abib, as I said, of the first month of the first year of this world. And from there he continued with his household, and he kept other festivals with the moon. If you go to Leviticus chapter 23, you will see that other festivals, there is a separation between the date and the day. The is used for the date, but the sun is used for the day. Every 7th day is the end of the counting of the sun, and you begin a new one. So we said Exodus or Leviticus chapter 23, and you went on speaking. I say I am using the New World Translation of the Holy Scripture. It reads, and you went on speaking to Moshe, saying, speak to the sons of Israel, and you must say to them, the seasonal festivals of you that you should proclaim are holy convocations. These are my seasons. These are my seasonal festivals. Verse 3, 6 days may work be done, but on the 7th day is a Sabbath of complete rest, a holy convocation. You may do no sort of work. It is a Sabbath to you in all places where you dwell. When I say you, I mean the name of the Creator. YHUH is pronounced you. There is no W in Hebrew. So there is no YHWH. Take this correction and use the name you. And that is why he says, my people are called by my name. The people of you are called Jews. And this verse 3 is the only verse in this scripture that uses the day reckoned with the sun. 6 days may work be done, but the 7th day is a Sabbath of complete rest, a holy convocation. You may do no sort of work. It is a Sabbath to you in all places where you dwell. Now, it starts a fresh counting in verse 4. These are the seasonal festivals of you, holy convocations, which you should proclaim at the appointed time. The first month on the 14th day of the month. So this one uses date, while the first one used day. 6 days shall work be done. Now this one says the 14th day is a time to proclaim Passover. Now, from that on, you see that 2 calendars were given to the people from creation, and these 2 calendars were used by Adam himself. If you go to Genesis, you will see that Adam kept the Shabbat on the 7th day, And during the time of festival, Adam also kept the uh, festival of harvest during the end of the year, which means that Adam himself followed two calendars. Noah also followed two calendars. So that you will see that Noah himself, when he came out from the ark, he observed the 7th day. Genesis chapter 7, verse 10. And 7 days later, it turned out that the waters of the deluge came upon the earth. So you see, all this time, and he went on waiting still another 7 days. And once he set out the dove from the ark, Genesis chapter 8, verse 10 and verse 12. And he went on waiting still another 7 days. So you see that the people of the pre-flood used these two calendars. Dear listener, I strongly believe that you will use two calendars to celebrate God and his season, the season of Sabbath, every 7th day of the sun. And you use the moon to celebrate other festivals. Even your own birthday, you celebrate it with the calendar of the moon. It is really very important because this is what God set out from creation, and it stands. We will continue this teaching in our next session. So I welcome you, and also would want you to subscribe to the continuation of what we have started. You also send your questions, your contributions, howsoever in argument, in discoveries, and so that we can use it to further our teaching. May you be blessed. Remember, I am Nabi Umoh Faithmann. May you be blessed in the name of Yeshua.